What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're all doing well today. We've got new bikes. We have got Indonesian bikes, Grasstrack bikes, 155cc bikes, free of the bikes, and this has kind of come out the blue for me. So this is a mod that's been put on MXB Mods today. This is created by Babe104, and it's just titled 155 STD pack local Grasstrack bikes. And we've got a little bit of a description for each and every one of these. So in this pack here, you will find a Honda, a Kawi, and a Yamaha, all 155cc bikes. And I'm guessing Grasstrack is a big thing over in Indonesia. And he's given a little description here of each of the bikes themselves. And I don't know if they do handle differently in game or if he's just done it to kind of build a little bit of hype. There's no information about the models. There's no information about how long this has taken to put together, if he's made them all completely from scratch, if he's borrowed stuff, if he's bought the models from somewhere. I have no clue. So I hope nothing's stolen. We'll find out in a couple of days' time. So we're just going to try and test one or two of these out on an easy track. If it handles an easy track really well, we'll go for a hard track. Maybe we'll try and throw it into Supercross, who knows. But I just want to give a brief little rundown as we go. So for the Honda, it says it is renowned for its consistent and robust power. This motorcycle excels in the demanding conditions of Indonesian grass track racing. Its advanced design provides excellent comfort and stability, which is crucial for maintaining control on rough, uneven tracks, giving riders a competitive edge. If we then go over to the Kawi, we've got this bike is a favourite in Indonesian grass track due to its versatility and rugged build, making it well suited for the diverse and challenging terrains often encountered in local races. Its design ensures reliable performance and control, allowing riders to navigate technical sections with ease. And then finally for the Yami, we have got, known for its competitive nature, this bike stands out in local grass track events. Its responsive handling and durability make it ideal for tackling the rough and muddy tracks typical of Indonesian races. The WR155's design focuses on providing superior control and maneuverability, making it a top choice for serious racers. It also then goes on to say that these bikes are well regarded in Indonesian grass track scene for adaptability, performance, and reliability, making them excellent choices for both amateur and professional racing. I have a feeling, once I've finished recording this video today, that I'm going to go down one hell of a rabbit hole on YouTube. It's going to be in the search history. We're going to go watch some Indonesian grass track after this, to be fair. So what I'm going to do today, we are going to start things off nice and easy. I'm going to take it around a fairly straightforward track. I'm undecided yet. So with the power of editing, I will see you there.
For all of you passionate gamers, you can now get 20% off all G Fuel products worldwide by using code LINS at checkout. And for any of you motorheads looking for some new drip or apparel, use code MXPR_LINS15 fxrracing.eu to get 15% off. All links and codes are in the description down below. Enjoy the video and drop a cheeky little like and subscribe.
What are we looking like? Tyre-wise, no tyres come with the pack, by the way. So I have a feeling these might be based off stock Poboso values. So they might be a little bit on the slippery side. I'm going to take some fuel out of them, and suspension. It looks like you've got some decent options for changing suspension about. Drivetrain, you can mess around with the gearing as well, should you wish to do so. There's no like mapping options, so what you get is what you get, which I absolutely don't mind either. That looks very, very different. Doesn't sound too bad. It really doesn't. Right, let me slap all the max HUD on before we go. Ah. I found an issue, which isn't really an issue. That if I change into first gear, so the bike's live, the engine's fine. If we let it slowly tick down, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. The bike has now stalled out. So even if you have auto clutch on and things like that, bear that in mind. So you might have to press the old start button on your keyboard or whatever you've got it bound to get going. I also, oh god damn it. Right, so I have to turn my shift help back on because I've been playing with quick shift recently. Oh, look at this. This is cool. I'm a fan of this. This is just very, very different to what we've had in the game before. And I know like the Brazilian scene kind of used like Honda 110s and things like that for their racing as well, and some of the smaller bikes. So yeah, this could be a big old rabbit hole to go down. Does feel slow. It does feel like it's only a 155. Okay, noted. What I was wondering is, because we've had many like random one-off bikes added to this game in the past, so if we were to go down the not so allowed route and we just talk about like the super mini bikes, for example, or the alpha mods, I think they're meant to have like 85cc engines in them, but they've got like 100 and whatever instead to make them more powerful. So a lot of the time they actually end up being faster than just normal 125s. Oh, you can... That whip came back really, really well. I quite like these. I can't lie. Yeah, they're slow. They're very, very slow. So maybe my choice of track might not have been the best one. I'm not gonna lie. We are on Diablo right now, which has a little bit of uphills and some fairly large tabletops. But I thought it'd be quite a straightforward track to test it on because we've got a little bit of rough. We've got some corners to test the handling on as well. They're very nimble. They're very, very light. You can really like toss the bike sideways in these turns. I get it cranked over. Bike feels very stable in the corners as well. This turns incredibly. Oh my... I'm not sure if it's because I'm going slow or if it's just how light the bike is, but when you get that bike cranked over in a rut, that feels like really, really nimble. But then also it's planted at the same time, you know? It's not like loose. The front end's not tucking on me. Unfortunately, power-wise, I am struggling to get over a lot of these tabletops. But if the bike is what the bike is, you know, I can't complain about that. It's like me trying to ride a pit bike around here. I mean, like, why can I not get over the tabletops on the pit bike? Doesn't make sense. So I'm not going to hold its power against it because I'm guessing that's what it's built for. And what will be interesting for me to find out is if the 3 different bikes, so the Yami, the Honda, and the Kawi, see if they have different handling and power, things like that as well, or if it's like a blanket, as if it's like the factory bikes, for example, where everything was the same. It was just an aesthetic change, having different bike models. But this is cool. This is really cool. Now, I have only ever seen in my chat or in streams, etc., 1, maybe 2 people ever say they're from Indonesia. So how big the Indonesian community on MX bikes is, I have no idea. So I feel like there's probably only a handful of people that will truly be able to resonate with these and try and liken it to their real life riding experiences. But I do think it's something that the entire community can benefit from, because this is just something completely different. When I think of, like, Grasstrack is brutal. I've seen a few Grasstrack races before, not Indonesian Grasstrack on these bikes, but, you know, with let's call normie motocross bikes on Grasstrack racing. And some of them tracks do get so beaten up and rough. Yeah, I'm 100% going to be going down the YouTube rabbit hole as when I'm finished recording here and going to look to see what that is all about. But so far, it feels pretty damn easy to pick up and ride. So I might even say in the future when someone asks me, hey, what bike do I need to learn the game on? Download the Grasstrack bikes. Seems very, very straightforward. Traction's very, very good. I am surprised. So it says it has mid-soft tyres. I don't know if you can change... I thought you had to create your own tyres to be able to change what the traction is like on those tyres. Unless it's all packed in with the PKZs, I have no idea. But I didn't have to drag anything into tyres, so it was just 3 bikes that I dragged into the bikes folder, and that was it. And they're just 3 PKZ files, easy drag and drop, no problem at all. So very straightforward to install. So far, I'm pleasantly surprised by this. I really, really am. I think if I was to give some sort of like feedback, don't ignore the tyres, by the way. That's just the tyre mod that I've got installed for the, is it Pista? I never know which correct way to pronunciate his name. But the tyres always go white when it's on anything other than the OEM bike, which is a bit strange. Yeah, the only feedback I was going to give, if I can lay the bike down, I can't, is texturing wise on like the metals. Like it's just a grey texture for me. However, in the preview picture that I saw on MXB mods, I'm guessing it might just be because it was a render. They look a lot more highly detailed, and I was expecting that in-game. So I'm not sure if that's something that can be updated in the future. But I think we have been a bit spoiled recently with like the models that we've been getting from Sim across the A-kit bikes or the OEM model swaps, and even some of the OEMs like the Honda OEM has had so much attention given to it in terms of adding like little scratches and textures all over the place. So that's probably me just kind of taking those high standards and trying to apply it to everything. But still, the bike itself feels really nice, very, very different. And I'm now going to change bike. Don't know if it's going to be Honda or Kawi, but I'm going to try and put them through their paces a little bit more and see what the suspension can do. Is this probably a terrible decision? Yes. Am I going to do it anyway? Also, yes. I imagine I'm going to really struggle to get up some of these hills, and like the uphill triple, I'm just going to have to scrub and double it. So I do not think we're going to have the pace to get up and over that. But what I wanted to do was test the suspension out on these bad boys and see how it handles some of the downhills. Now, you do have to bear in mind, suspension on this game seems to be very heavily dependent on how fast you're going. Now, we're not going to be going that fast in general, which leads me to believe the suspension will actually do a much, much better job than if we was like sending it on OEM bikes, for example. Oh my goodness, I've got OEM muscle memory in my head. Oh, so it feels very nice in the corners and nimble, but it feels like, do you remember the old OEMs? I'm talking like Beta 17 and before, where you basically could not go up a steep hill without wobbling and getting all sorts of wonky physics. It feels like that. It really does. But if they're grass track bikes, I'm guessing you don't have too many grass track courses that have hills in the middle of them. So I don't think that's something that's that important. It's only if you want to do something stupid like I'm doing and try and test it on a damn like pro motocross track that it might have faced some challenges. Definitely maybe not too enduro worthy either. I don't think you'd get this around Krakenberg. At least you wouldn't have a fun time doing it. But that's kind of the only drawback that I've seen so far. I feel like someone in the community at some point will go and mod these again to where they've got a ridiculous amount of power as well. Because I can imagine that being a bit of a turn off for some people, is going this speed. I mean, I'm in fourth gear, I'm in the right rev range, and try and get up this, like barely doubling up here. Let's see what we can do down this hill. Let's go and take it wide. We're going to try and get as much speed as we can. Got 5 gears, lean back, all the way on the throttle, just send it down the hill, wide open. That went much better than I expected it to. Yeah, places like this is where we're going to be in pain. Let's send it. Oh, we've got the double, boys. Let's go. Right, Reaper Doc. time to update the bike you use for the Could I Qualifier videos, sir. No, I don't. I think this will be very, very difficult to run a lap quick enough to qualify you in on. But a good giggle, good bit of fun, and there's I reckon there's definitely a niche for these bikes. You could definitely get a couple of tracks that work really, really well with the slower bikes, and I have a good time with people on it. I'm having a little bit of grief getting my head around it. It's so much lighter, so much more nippy. You have to remember that 95% of my hours on the game at this point are riding 450s. So yeah, getting all that 450 heavy turning and all the power in your mind, very difficult to go completely opposite way. So much lighter, so much less power, and I have to be really, really gentle on like the steering inputs. Don't think I can triple through here. No, it's just going to be like a double, drift wide over these. The suspension is really, really good. Like, really good. I'm actually genuinely shocked at how well it's handling all the bumps. There's no like pogo effects, you know, when you start bouncing like backwards and forwards. There's no back end suddenly kicking out on me. The only issue that I've seen so far is uphill wonky physics, but I don't know how much you can do about that. I think that's just part of the game. I'm genuinely really, really shocked. This is actually really, really enjoyable. Now, obviously, tracks like this, you're probably not going to play tracks like this. If you can do, or maybe people will enjoy it on like the forests, or I don't think it would get over all the jumps on a track like Paletta, for example, or maybe not Walnut either, but I guarantee there's got to be some tracks out there that just have a bunch of like small doubles and tabletops that these will really, really shine in. I don't think we have any like grass track courses in this game that have been made, mostly because on this game you have to maintain perfect traction everywhere to kind of go fast, and on Grasstrack I feel like a lot of it's, especially in tight corners, is slamming on the brakes, lighting up the back end, getting it spun around to go again really, really quickly, and I feel like it's a very opposite way of riding IRL compared to in-game. But this has been really, really good. What I might do, just to really, really put it through its paces, which is going to be an absolutely stupid idea, but I think I need to do it so that I've tried all of the 3 bikes. I'm going to see if I can take it around a supercross track and see how it handles something like whoops. I don't think it's going to go well, but you never know until you try. Ding, 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 ding. Right. Third and final bike. Notice that you can see through the backside of the headlight on the bike, which I'm guessing is just something in Blender where he hasn't like flipped the face. Oh! I don't know if the other bikes had that. You can't see it in third person, you can only see it in first. That little black bit that's cycling through my fender, I believe that's part of that might be the chain or part of the back wheel. You can't see it in third person, and to be fair, when you're in first person you're not really looking back that much anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, just a little mistake on the model itself there, or how you put it in game. I just can't really complain about it, to be honest. I've never put a model in game in my entire life. I feel like that's way above my area of knowledge. I quite like the shape of the front fender on this bike. I might like it more than the normal Cowie front fender. Is that bad to say? Anyway, right, let's try this out. I have a feeling we'll just be doubling our way through all these, but this next section, whoops, that's what I've been more interested to try out. It's very controllable. Usually when you're going like super slow through whoops, you might start like bouncing side to side because your suspension is too hard. But this is like, it's really, really soft. So it just soaks everything up for you. Go on, get over the finish line. Get it. Ah, no, not quite close enough. Oh, God. So yeah, these bikes, you can definitely only use them on certain types of tracks. It's not like they're going to become your brand new favorite bike to ride, or maybe it will. Maybe you enjoy life at more of a, more of a slow pace. Don't think I can get up and over that triple. If they had like an extra 10 mile an hour in them, they'd be completely different. But again, that's not the point of them. I'm guessing that Babe has made them to as real world values as he can do. But I'm just really impressed by the suspension on these. Like, they do a really, really good job. It's nice and soft. It soaks everything up for you. Handles outdoor stuff just really, really nicely. And yeah, I mean, if you are someone that's new to the game and maybe you're feeling a little bit erratic, struggling for consistency or so, try and get one of these around a track. You'll soon learn how to be nice and patient and smooth and pick your right lines. Oh, go on, get through there, get through there. Don't hit the bells, lovely. Don't want to get sent over the bars. Round to the left, good stuff. And overall, just a fairly solidly made mod. This Cowie does feel the slowest so far. I am going to throw that out there. I want to say maybe the Yami felt the quickest, and then Honda, and then this one feels the slowest out of the lot of them. Not too sure. It might be placebo because, I'm on a supercross track here. I've not got loads of wide open spaces to get fully up to speed on, but I'm impressed. I really, really am. And seeing stuff like this as well, which is an additional bike pack, but outside of what we usually get, outside of normal motocross bikes, we need more of it. We really, really do. And it will just open up MX bikes to so many more disciplines as well. It'll be really, really cool. I don't think we'd ever see like a series on these sorts of bikes unless we get someone that starts making grass tracks for the game as well. But it is fun to mess about on. I'm sure if you got a couple of friends in the lobby and just was trying to take each other out on these bad boys, it would be incredibly fun. So yeah, thank you very much, Babe, for releasing this for us. And I'm sure there's a bunch of Indonesian players that could probably relate to these quite a lot and get a really, really good amount of fun out of them. And interested to see if you have anything more in store for us. I mean, this was his first post on MXV Mods. I went and had a look at his profile, and there was nothing before this, so maybe it's just the beginning. Who knows? So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, please do drop a little like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. It's always very much appreciated. Hope you have a lovely rest of the day, whatever you're up to, and I will catch all of you in the next video. Peace.
Lynn's in the zone, never backing down. Riding MX bikes, he's the talk of the town. 2022 champ with the YouTube crown. His game is tight, no signs of slowing down. Late nights, bright lights, he's chasing that fame in the digital arena. Writing his name, she's a 10 out of 10. Supporting his lane, hairline might receive, but his passion's the same.